Hi, I'm Dr. Terry McDonald with the Columbia Basin Rural Development Institute. Thank you for joining us for a brief tutorial of the Executive Pulse system. Welcome to the Executive Pulse Business Intelligence System 6.0. This is a tool that we are using to support business and retention and expansion efforts in the Columbia Basin region of British Columbia. This system is also part of the BC Business Counts program that we are in partnership with the Economic Development Association of British Columbia. I'm going to give you a quick tour of some basic features in the Executive Pulse system. You will have received an auto-generated password to your email. Using that password, you can go ahead and log into the system. There are a number of features in this Executive Pulse 6.0 system, some of which are new. What you see here is a dashboard of your recent activity and the companies that you have in your portfolio breakdown. You will be able to quickly access your own profile, which includes your contact information, your user access level, your preferred, your preferences with respect to how you want your interface to look, and even some personal data should you want to share with other users in the system. And you can easily click on a series of tabs and update your own information. And the various tabs here. The other feature, and this one is a new feature to the 6.0 system, it is the Pulse. And what the Pulse allows you to do is really take a look at your activities, your most recent activities, all in one snapshot. So along the right-hand column, you'll see summary information related to the surveys you may have added or edited over the last few weeks or few months. And you can change your dates that you're exploring. And you can also look at others who have viewed your portfolios or have collaborated with you and the edits or the changes that you've made as well within your system. The other piece is related items, and this is just another way to get to information that is connected to your profile. And it allows you to select data that is related to you, or all data in the system that you have access to, and then the type of data that you're looking for. So you may be looking for example, the retention survey data. Currently, I have only one company that I've begun to enter retention survey data for, and that is the company that we see here. You can edit the company by scrolling over. You can view, you can copy, edit, delete, or print. And you can also use the option tag anytime to take a look at adding a retention survey to this company, exporting information to Excel, or linking to others to create a group. Another interesting feature of the EPulse system is available downloads. If you are choosing to use a paper copy of a survey during your visit with a local company, you can easily enter the available downloads section and click and print off a copy of any of the surveys, the retention survey, the Columbia Basin specific survey, and then various add-on sector specific surveys, retail, farm, manufacturing, technology, professional services. You also have access to a number of other options, the business walk survey, metrics survey. You can attach items, generate an action item, add notes, for example. Many forms that you can simply just print out. If you're using the system in real time, the best feature, or the feature I really like to use, is the add feature. It's a really quick, easy way to get in and start interacting. So what I'd like to do is I'd actually like to add a contact person. There's a member in my community that could be a good referral person, and I'd like to add them to my system. This would be important for business retention and expansion lead representatives in each community that have admin rights. So the information that is required is here with an asterisk. And you can go ahead and enter all of the information, and it will tell you, let's see, if you have not required all of the information you're supposed to, it will tell you. I can come back in when I get more information on this contact person and fill this out, or the contact person themselves can log into the system and update. Oh, we see here that I didn't enter my confirmation email, so it prompts me to do that. And save and continue. And it's going to take me along these tabs, personal information, which I don't have on this contact person, the level of permission, and preferences. And preferences really is about the skin or the look and feel. I don't have personal information, but I do need to set up some permissions for this user. As the administrator myself for the entire region, I do have access to all of the communities. So I need to select what community this person should have access to. So in terms of a password, I'll just select. And this will be sent in an auto-generated email to this user. And I do not want them to have access to all communities, but I would like them to have access to one community, which they will now manage as our community lead partner. So I just click. And then in terms of access, are they a resource referral provider? Can they view, but not have the ability to manage companies? Are they actually helping with research and follow-up? As you'll see here, various levels of access to data. And then the most information or access is the administrator. So this person as a resource provider, I'll set that parameter. That's as far as I want them to see or go in the system. And I've essentially auto-generated their profile, and they'll receive that email follow-up. The other piece, and this is where you can select which skin you want to use, save and complete, so that person's been added to the system. You may want to add a company. Well, you'll likely want to add a company, and you're ready to go out to have a business meeting. So you want to add your company in advance. Again, I go right back to add, and this time I select company as opposed to contact. Very similar data that's needed that you don't provide, they will prompt you. The company I'm going to add is a pretend company. I'm going to use start using the same name as the company I already know that is in the system. But call it 2. And it's existing company. And I can select what region it's in. It is located in this community. Now I'm getting a prompt. There's a similar company name. Is it the same company? Just so that I don't repeat, but it is a new company, so that's okay. And for NAICE codes, it's a great system. It really guides you through, makes it very easy for you to find what NAICE code, which is the North American Industry Classification System. It's a construction company. And it just helps me drill down by NAICE code. Specialty trade. And finishing. Okay, any notes that I have on the company, and I'm going to save and complete. Okay, it prompts me, what do I want to do next? And this is sort of it's connected to the options side of things. I may want to add the retention survey, and I can do it right from here. Very easy way to do it, but I'm going to show you another way to access it. So I don't want to do anything right now with this contact. I want to add a retention survey. And what happens when I click this is it asks me to associate this survey with a particular company. And what I'm going to do is there's quite a few companies in I'm just going to type in, and I can easily access who I'm looking for. And now this survey data is going to be connected to that company. It's a really simple process now. You can access sections using the tabs here, and you just go ahead and start entering the data that you have for that company. The new system is very easy to use, user-friendly, and would allow you to actually enter data in while you're sitting across from a business owner in your community. So basic information, which they've indicated with asterisk, I have to provide. The company, the contact, which I need to add one, because I left that piece out when I added that new profile. And then select options as well. Everything that you would see in the hard survey is here in the electronic version of the survey. I have a number of contacts in my database. I just find the contact for that company, and it's Lauren. And then simple bullets and text boxes for you to enter your data. So yes, and save. I can either save and continue, or I can go ahead up here and start entering specific data from the survey. Okay, and the user interface is really easy. Open text boxes, you can enter in text. Very important for this particular question. If there are 0 employees, you really need to fill in the number of employees. It's a critical piece. Make sure these numbers add up. Also sliders that make it easy to answer questions. And you can go through the system, making sure you use those text boxes to enter in any information. Type it in, bullet boxes, and it's a fairly user-friendly interface. Do make sure before you leave this section that you save and complete or save and continue. If you save and continue, it'll just take you to the next tab. The other piece that I wanted to show you very quickly is reports. You can access your data and export it in a variety of formats. For example, geographic reports. So very simply, what type of data are you looking for? I'm looking for retention survey data, but there's a number of pieces of survey data I can access. Then it's asking me what geographic scope. And the geographic scope I'm looking for is all of the communities in my portfolio. Oops. And the step that is just prompting me to do is I have to add that. So don't forget to click that Add to Search. And you can do a number of series as well. This is just an example of a simple output of a report. There's quite a bit of data in my portfolio, so it's taking a bit of time. And just click Next. And I get to select what information exactly I would like, and I'm only looking for workforce data. Just a general summary. And you'll see when this tab comes up, I can select all, or I can select which pieces of information I'm looking for only, so you can really customize the output. I'm looking for all of that data. Just on workforce, and I don't want to select parent type data. I could select company there, I'm not. I'm going to go Next. And what will happen now is I'll be able to view my results, and then I'll also be able to export it into a number of formats as well. And again, it's a fair amount of data that I have in my portfolio, so it's taking a little bit of time just to generate it and get it ready for output. And here's the data I was looking for. Simply go to, there's a lot of data here, simply go to Options, and I can email it, Excel, graph, summarize, and even map that data. The last piece I'd like to show you today is if you visit a company and they need immediate follow-up, they're having some serious immediate barriers to expansion, or they need a referral partner to follow up with them right away, you can use this action item to help generate follow-up. And what I can do here is provide some information on the nature of the follow-up, and also create a distribution list. I know that I need to refer to a partner that may be able to help with financing, and I can enter that information into this distribution list of a list of partners that are already in the system. The subject line, the service type, which I can actually select based on a bunch of predetermined options, and write a note and a time frame for completion. The system will send auto-generated reminders to those on the distribution list. And what this helps us to do over the long term is really make sure we're providing that timely follow-up and that we're tracking the follow-up that we're doing within our communities. So that concludes our tutorial of the basic features of the EPulse 6.0 system. Stay tuned for future tutorials.